Hey y'all, it's Rosie here, and I just did that TikTok carnivores are insane video, and so I thought before I wrap this up, I still have a little bit more time. I want to watch the TikTok carnivores keep getting crazier video and see if there's anything new or different, because you know, all the meat and cheese and just people eating butter was a bit interesting.
Carnivore Crispies, crush up some pork rinds, put them in a bowl. I used watered down heavy cream, but you can use half and half. Carnivore friendly flatte. Add some butter and some coffee and a raw.
How do they justify drinking coffee if they can't have anything other than meat?
Egg yolk.
And that punishment is revisiting my favorite TikTok carnivore. It's Courtney Luna. Now, if you've never seen any of my other videos on Courtney, then my friend, today you are in for a ride. If you don't know what the carnivore diet is, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's people who eat nothing but meat. Why? I really don't know. They say it's for health, but after you see some of the things that the carnivore diet allows you to eat, you will realize that that is definitely not the case. In the carnivore diet, butter and fatty meat are the building blocks of a healthy lifestyle. Let's see what Courtney has in store for us today and see what yummy recipes she's been whipping up recently. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
Carnivore Crispies. Okay, this might be a little out there even for me. Let's give them a try. Crush up some pork rinds, put them in a bowl. I used watered down heavy cream, but you can use half and half. It's like Rice Krispies.
So they're back at the blandness again. All bland all the time. At least do some like tahini pork rinds or some garlic pork rinds or some spicy pork rinds or barbecue pork rinds or shit, even pickle flavored pork rinds. Do something with flavor.
But better for you. Let's see how it tastes. I'm terrified. Okay, you guys, I swear, it was not bad at all. I did not hate it. I
just could never. Watered down half and half over some pork rinds. Have any of you guys eaten this? Y'all better tell the truth now, down in the comments.
Had my mom try it, who is not carnivore. We both don't love pork rinds, and we both thought this was amazing. Give it a try.
All right, so a few things here. First off, no, there's no way I will ever be trying a pig skin cereal, so sorry about that. And then once again, no, pork rinds are not healthier than Rice Krispies. 1 cup of Rice Krispies has about 100 calories, while 1 cup of pork rinds has about 150. There's also about 10 grams of fat in a cup of pork rinds, while there's only about half a gram in a cup of Rice Krispies. Are we just making stuff up now to promote our diet, or what's going on?
Carnivore friendly creme brulee. Let's go. You're going to take 2 cups of heavy cream and warm it up in a saucepan. Use that same measuring cup and you're going to plop in 4 egg yolks and slowly add the cream in. Do not mix with a spatula like I did. You're going to want to use a whisk or else this will happen. Plop.
I find it funny that these recipes are called things like carnivore-friendly creme brulee, because I have a feeling that the people on the carnivore diet are the same people who would make fun of vegans for making things like meat-free chicken, saying that it's not really chicken. Well, yeah, eggs and milk, that's not really creme brulee either. That's a quiche.
So you're going to pour your mixture into a pan, and you're going to set that pan in a bigger pan or dish or whatever with about 1 inch of water. Bake at 325 for about 30 to 40 minutes. You're going to want it to have a little bounce and jiggle. I thought it would be fun to use the torch like you would regular creme brulee, but it made those parts very eggy tasting, and I actually wouldn't do it again.
Huh. Interesting. I wonder why your mixture of nothing but eggs and cream would taste a little eggy. That's a mystery to me, Courtney.
It's just so weird. It is just so weird. There's no taste to it. Why even eat it? At that point, you're just eating to eat if there's no taste.
Carnivore keto-friendly lobster rolls, except for I use these shrimp instead of lobster. They actually taste even better than lobster.
All right, see, we're going back to that kind of creme brulee territory. This one is even more offensive. It's not a lobster roll if it doesn't have lobster. I mean, that's not even up for debate. You can't.
It's a shrimp and avocado mayonnaise roll. Avocado cannot be on the carnivore diet.
call a burger a chicken sandwich. And I have a really hard time believing that any frozen shrimp is going to taste better than a fresh lobster roll. But maybe that's just me.
I don't typically use a mayo, but if you're going to, use one that has avocado or coconut oil instead of nasty seed oils.
Every time I hear the word seed oils on social media, I want to roll my eyes so hard that they come out of the other side of my head. There's been no real research showing that seed oils are bad for you. Yes, they're not necessarily good for you either, but they're not doing what these people are saying they're doing. If you have the means to avoid them, go for it, but you'll be okay if you can't. I promise you that eating nothing but ribeye and butter is worse for you than eating seed oil.
Cooked up the shrimp and I tore it apart instead of chopping it up like a normal person would. Add your little lobster shrimps to the bowl and then add some of the mayo and
so much mayonnaise. I'm just looking at it from a like portions, what you can eat. Like for me, for my diet, I can't eat any of this.
a lot of salt. Then make some cloud bread. Plop your lobster shrimp salad on the bread and enjoy.
What is cloud bread? Alrighty, according to Google, cloud bread is eggs and cream cheese. Don't know why I expected anything but something like that. If I ordered a lobster roll from a restaurant and I got shrimp on cream cheese bread, there's gonna be an issue.
Let's make some carnivore-friendly bread. I took a bag of these pork rinds, 2.5 ounces. I blend them up. Then I cooked 1 pound of ground chicken, added that to the food processor. Half a teaspoon of baking soda, 6 eggs, blended it up real good. Added it to a loaf pan that was greased up with butter. Popped it in the oven. I cooked it at 400 degrees for 30 minutes. And guys, I think we can all understand that this will not taste like a loaf of bread.
Then why are you calling it bread? Courtney, what you have made has a name. It's meatloaf. If I go to somebody's home and they serve
successfully made the driest meatloaf I've ever seen.
Me bread and it's chicken and pork rinds, I'm blowing up their residence. There are rules we have to follow, Courtney. Things are called things for a reason.
Make a carnivore-friendly cake with me. I took half a cup of cream cheese and added 4 eggs to it, and then you're going to blend it up real good. It's going to be very thin. This is the consistency you want. Get your pan hot, add some butter, and then you're going to cook them for about 2 minutes on each side. Add more butter as needed. I used a ton.
I cannot even imagine living like this, and I'm not even talking about believing that this is healthy. I'm talking about having this boring of a diet. Every single thing we've seen and everything we will see is either made out of meat, eggs, cream cheese, or milk. This is no way to live. Any diet where you have to restrict your diet.
There's no color, everything's brown, and she doesn't season anything. Are all carnivores like that? You just can't have seasoning. Garlic doesn't exist. Onion, you can't eat onions.
To this extreme is not worth it. Any diet where you have to restrict anything pretty much is not worth it because you don't need to do that. If you just monitor the actual calories going into your body, you don't really need to worry about what you're eating. Sure, you shouldn't just be eating fried and nasty foods all day, but calories are king. Make reasonably healthy choices, stay active, and you're fine.
Layer however you want, but I did 3 and then I did some warmed up mascarpone to make it really thin. I did another 3 and so on and so on. You could do every layer with the mascarpone if you'd like.
Why are we calling this a cake? This is quite literally nothing but cheese and eggs. This is closer to scrambled eggs than it is a cake.
Now, I'm sorry to disappoint you, and it's not as gross as you thought. It's not spam and layers of cheese, but it's really delicious, and I hope you give it a shot and let me know.
Don't think I'll be doing that. If I ever want a cake, I will probably just get an actual cake.
Let's make a carnivore-friendly flatte. Add some butter and some coffee and a raw egg yolk, and whip it up real good. It gets nice and frothy and kind of tastes like a latte.
I'm really starting to get confused on what is allowed in this diet and what isn't.
Yes, okay, I have to agree with this guy. I'm confused as to what you can eat on the carnivore diet because seemingly coffee is allowed, avocado mayonnaise is allowed.
We've used heavy cream for like 6 different recipes at this point that doesn't need it, but for a latte, we gotta use butter and eggs. We can't just use milk. I mean, there's one way to make a latte, and I feel like you should be allowed to do it based on the other recipes we've seen. Not sure why we're making this concoction.
This is why we don't eat vegetables.
Because they give me stinky gas and I ain't trying to smell like a skunk.
because they make me feel so bloated and give me a Buddha belly. And
They taste like dirt.
Look, if you want to go on the carnivore diet and you want to eat nothing but meat and butter, be my guest. But don't make things up. I, alongside many other people, have been eating vegetables my entire life, and I have never experienced any of these things. I mean, really? Vegetables taste like dirt?
plus, vegetables are sprayed with tons of glyphosate, pesticides, herbicides, and other chemicals.
I mean, I'll put chemicals on my body, but I'm not going to eat them.
If you're worried about chemicals, then I really think you should read up on what they're feeding.
Wow. I don't even have anything to say. It's funny. No, I'm not eating these.
Eating the animals that you eat. It's not just grass.
And don't get me started about plant toxins.
That's right. Plants are trying to kill you.
I've had people bring up the plant.
Honestly, it's kind of funny with her serial killer broccoli head, though. Like, it is next level. I mean, I feel like you should eat however you want to eat. Like, I don't have anything to say about that. But, like, people just, they're so extreme. Like, yeah, well, I'm not going to question anyone who wants to be a vegetarian or a vegan. Like, it's none of my business. And if you want to be carnivore, that's none of my business either. But this lady is a little bit funny.
I've had people bring up the plant toxin argument to me in person, and I always like asking them where do they think these plant toxins go inside of an animal who eats plants, because they never have an answer. Surprise, surprise, you're still ingesting them.
Also, why would I waste my money on old,
Rotten,
moldy,
stinky veggies.
when I could eat nutrient-dense,
Juicy.
delicious meat?
Which has way more bioavailable and absorbable nutrients than vegetables anyway. Hey.
I don't know, maybe because there's benefits to having a diverse diet rather than just eating the most.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, your diet should be colorful. Everything shouldn't be beige. Everything shouldn't be meat either, or butter.
Nutrient-dense thing you can find. It's not really a competition.
Well, that was funny enough, and I'm glad I watched it. I didn't learn anything, not that I thought I would. I was purely here to see what some of these carnivore TikTokers are about, since I don't have TikTok myself. I think I'll leave it at that. I did want to check up on carnivorous me, but maybe I'll do that another day. I need some space from all this butter and, you know, the killer broccoli. Which, funny enough, you know, because I'm allergic to broccoli, it could kill me. So, it's funny. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.